Hello, it's Thursday. Okay, so let's just start that again. I'm clearly a little overexcitable at the moment. Hello, it's Thursday. So I love Stardew Valley, right? I think I've racked up nearly 800 hours in game. So today I thought it might be really fun if I showed you guys how to make the Stardew Valley chicken. So the chicken is kind of iconic for Stardew Valley. It's even the desktop icon if you have the PC version, which is, I have the PC version. So I've already made the little white chicken and I've made myself a little void chicken. And today I'm going to show you how to get the blue chicken. Now, so for those of you who are actually interested in that information, you get the blue chicken from Shane at the 8 Heart event, I believe, but this is the easier way. So this is the way we're going to do it today. All right, so in order to make your chicken, what you're going to need is a head. You're going to need a nugget for the body, because we all know chickens are made out of nuggets. You are going to need a tail piece. You're going to need 2 little wings. And then you're going to need sort of the chicken accessories. So that includes a beak. It includes what I'm referring to as the hat, because I don't know what else to call it, but it's the bit that goes on top of the head. And you're going to need 2 feet. So as part 5 will make all of those pieces. Okay, let's get into tools and materials. So as mentioned, I have made a white chicken and a void chicken. So it's about just choosing the color that you actually want to make. So today I am working on my blue one, which means I am going to need blue yarn for the body and purple yarn for the hat, as well as a little bit of very bright yellow for the beak and the feet. So I have all of those colors here. I'm also going to need a small amount of black to stitch on the eyes. All of the yarn is 8 ply 100% acrylic. I'm going to need my 3.5mm hook. So you will actually also need a 2mm hook to make the eyes. I'm going to need scissors, pins and needles. I'm going to need stuffing. And that's actually it for this project. There are no safety eyes involved. So before I get started, I just want to say that I really enjoyed making these little guys. So if you guys wanted to see more patterns from any particular game, like including Stardew Valley, just let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so as I mentioned, we are going to start with the head, and the head is worked up as just a little cup shape. We're going to start at the top here and we're going to work our way down, and this end here is open. So that forms this part of the head. Right, so there is our finished head. You see what I mean when I was talking about making a little cup? So that is part 1 done. So part 2, we are now going to make the body nugget. So again, just going to pull out my demo chicken here. The starting point is underneath the chest, around here. What we do is we work up just in a continuous spiral until we reach the top. We actually load a bunch of decreases on this side to bring this side in faster, and to allow us to build the tail up a little bit higher. And you'll see what I mean when we get there. So you'll see how the tail points up. That's just because we've put all of our decreases on this side of the chicken, and that allows us to build some height up on the tail. So that one is also done in your body color. Okay, so we've worked up the bottom half of our nugget. So basically for the next few rows, we'll be working to decrease around a big portion of it, but then not decreasing around another small part of it. Okay, so we've reduced our opening down to 16 stitches, and you can see that it's definitely off to one side. So this is the tail we're working on. And what we are just going to do at this point with that little opening is we are going to stuff it, if we can locate our stuffing. Okay, we located our stuffing. And you're going to want to stuff the body quite firmly. Give it a bit of a squidge to settle the stuffing in. And now we're just going to work 3 more rows to close this off into a point. Okay, so we've just finished off the last row there, and there are still 5 stitches around. I'm going to trim this off, finish off, and then I'm going to weave this tail into each of those 5 stitches around, and we're going to pull it tight like a little drawstring. There is our body. So this little point, we're going to dress up with the tail piece like this, which we're going to make next. But for now, we're just going to pop that to one side with the head, and you'll see we've got the base of our chicken forming nicely. So that is part 2 complete, and like I said, we're going to make the tail piece now. So this piece is worked a little bit differently, and we're going to start by chaining 19. Just like that. So now we're going to turn the work, and we're going to work down this chain, and starting in the 4th chain from hook, so 1, 2, 3, and then this 4th stitch here, we are going to put 6 double crochet into that same stitch. So that's our first one, and we're going to put 5 more in there as well. So then we are going to skip the next 2 chains and then put a slip stitch in the next one. like so. We are then going to skip the next 2 and then put 6 double crochet in the next one. We're going to skip 2 and then slip stitch. And then we're going to skip 2 and put 6 double crochet in the next one. Then skip 2, and in that last chain, we're going to slip stitch again. And then I'm just going to finish off. And if yours is looking a little wrinkly as well, give it a tug, it redistributes the chains nicely. So there is our tail piece. So you'll see that we'll arrange that so it looks like a proper little chicken tail, but for now, I'm going to pop it aside. So that is part 3 done, and next up we've got our wings. Okay, so for our wings, we start by working up a magic ring of 6. We're then going to increase up to 12, just like that. So now in the next 4 stitches, we're going to double crochet. So we're not chaining or anything, we're just going to double crochet straight away in the next stitch. And we're going to do that in the next 3 as well. The reason that we do that is it gives us this nice sort of upslope and also this kind of very subtle feathery texture. At this point, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn. And now working back down, we're going to work some little feather nubs. In this first stitch, we are going to put 3 single crochet. We're going to slip stitch in the next one. Then we're going to put 3 single crochet in the one after that. Then slip stitch in the next, and we're going to put 3 single crochet in the next one as well. And then 1 more slip stitch, and we finish off. So you actually need 2 of those as well. Boom. So that is part 4 done. Set those aside as well. So at this point, we're going to take a moment and we are going to pin together all of our chicken bits. So first up, we'll attach the head to the body. So I'm going to stuff this. Doesn't have to be too tight, just has to hold its shape. So for the body, we've obviously identified that that is going to be the tail, and we're going to squish it down, and you'll see that what that does is push our starting point more towards the front and gives us a longer tail. This also allows us a little bit more room to attach our head. So the overall shape is a little bit rubber ducky at this point. Oh boy, I need some new pins. So you can see that it's centered from when you see it from the front. We've got that little bit of a gap when you see it from the sides. So the next piece we'll attach is our tail. So our tail consists of 3 feathers. The good thing about doing it using chains like this is it's really easy to identify where the middle point is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pin that middle point directly to the top of the point that we formed using our crochet. And then I'm going to stretch this down . Roughly 12 rows, but visually, as long as it's a little bit stretched, not quite all the way down to the bottom, that's good. I'm going to pin that in place there. Then we're going to line this feather up here with the same row of stitches. Again, just stretching it down a little bit. And then you're just going to sort of prod everything into place so that it sits nicely. If you prod this row of stitches back, you'll get this one here to curl up a little bit. I'm going to do the same thing here. So there is our feathery butt. So now with our little wings, just take them and pin them loosely to each side. And when we sew these on, we're only going to sew on around this edge here and leave the wing itself a little bit more mobile. And what's cool about that is it means that I can sort of pose my chicken a little bit. Because I mean, who doesn't like to pose their chicken? Just make sure that those wings are balanced. It's in like they're basically in the same spot on both sides, but otherwise you can't really go too wrong with it. Okay, so that is our base chicken. Okay, so the next bit we're going to make is the piece I was referring to as the hat. And what I mean by that is this little bit that goes on top. And for my blue chicken here, I'm going to make it out of this lovely shiny purple. And we don't stuff. And there is your very fancy hat. So we finish off when we still have 4 stitches available, which you can sort of see there. But what we're going to do is just pull this bit here so it stretches a little bit bigger. And I'm going to use that as the point of my hat, so that the open stitches are kind of neatly tucked away underneath. And about the 4th row down in the center of the head, we are going to pin the point of that hat and the rest of it just gets attached flat along the head. One fancy little hat. Okay, so next up we are going to make a beak. So that's our beak. And when we finished off there, what I'm going to do is, working from the inside of the piece, just tuck that through the next stitch, just to give us a smoother look on the outside. And we're going to use that as the top of the beak, where that little point is, and position that just below the hat. All right, and now we're going to make the feet. So the feet are fashioned as a tube, and we're going to work up to 8 stitches around. We're going to repeat 8 stitches for a couple of rows, and then we're going to decrease down and finish off. I'm going to make 2 of those. So I'm left with this little opening, and I've just woven my tail into each of those stitches, and we're going to pull it like a drawstring bag, tight and shut. So I put no stuffing in this foot at all, just like I put no stuffing in the hat. So there is our first foot, and now we need another one. Ta-da! And these little chicken fingers go underneath just like this. So now we just need to make ourselves a couple of eyes. On my white chicken, I've chosen to make them as separate pieces and sew them on. On my red chicken, I've just embroidered them on, so you can kind of decide which one you prefer the look of. For my blue chicken, I'm going to make them as separate pieces. So to do that, I'm actually swapping to my 2mm hook. I'm still using 8-ply acrylic because I'm lazy, but you could swap to thread if you like. Yeah, so a 2mm hook will just basically make sure that your stitches are, again, just a size smaller. Because it is such a basic little piece, we can get away with doing it this way. If it was going to be a bigger piece, I would recommend finding a different weight of yarn. For each eye, what you're going to do is just chain 4, then we're going to turn, and starting in the second chain from hook, we're just going to put 3 single crochet along. I do recommend pulling these stitches quite tightly, like so. And when we finish off, I'm going to pull both my active strand and my tail through the loop. So there is our first little eye, and now we need another one just like it. And they will of course go on either side of the head. And you're going to want to check multiple times with these regarding positioning, because you need them to look right from the front as well as from the side. All right, so that is all our pieces made, and now the time has come to sew everything together. So first, let me just take all of these pieces off again. Right, so you'll note that I left the head and the tail pinned where we positioned them before, because I'm going to sew those 2 pieces on first. So for the head, I'm just going to start at the front. I'm going to stitch all the way around. Make sure at this point you check that you're happy with the amount of stuffing in there. If you're not, you can sew 3/4 of the way around, leaving a little gap, and stuff a little bit more in there. I'm pretty happy with the amount of stuffing in mine, so I'm just going to sew around the edge, just like that. And now we are going to sew on the tail. So I'm going to start at one end, and I'm going to stitch the whole way around the base of this tail. We're not going to secure the feathers at all. So just make sure that you're really, really happy with the positioning of your feathers. And if you're not, take them off and repin according to those instructions. So yeah, now we're going to just sew along the edge of this tail. So there we go. We've sewn on the tail. It's not standing up quite as high as I would like it to, but it's still cute. So the next thing I'm going to do is attach the wings. Make sure that you check from every angle that those wings look balanced and right and roughly equal on both sides. And then when I sew them on, see how I've just pinned once at the top and once at the bottom of each of those? I'm just going to stitch down a line along this curve here. I'm going to leave the rest of this wing free so that, like I showed before, they can sort of flap a little bit. So I'm just going to stitch on both of those now. Okay, so they have been sewn on now, and like I showed, they're only sewn down on that one side. For the extra little tail that I couldn't tuck in, I've just poked it down into that seam, so you can see where like that little starting tail was hanging out, and I've just tucked it into that corner and it won't be visible. So again, on this side, you can see the strand a little bit more easily because I cut that one off a little bit too short, but you can still just tuck it in and it's not visible. So there is our chicken base. Who doesn't like a chicken base? Next, we're going to do the head. So I'm going to pin on the whole face, just like that. And now I'm going to use matching colored threads to stitch all the pieces on. So I'll use black to sew on the eyes, yellow for the beak, and purple for the hat. So now all we have to do is attach the feet. And I'm attaching them at a slight angle as well, just to help them balance a little better, because otherwise you'll end up with a little rocking chicken. So I've pinned them, and now I'm just going to check that she balances. Perfect. Right, so you can position the feet close to the front so that it looks like your little chicken is pecking at the dirt. Or, like with this one here, you can position them further back and it gives it a more upright posture. So I'm going to do this one upright as well because it'll match my other two. But know that you can have it posed forward as well if you would like. And then we're just going to sew them on. And that is how you get a blue chicken. Right, so that's it for today's video. Let me know in the comments how I did and if any of you have been questing in the game for that blue chicken, because now we know a shortcut. If you'd like to see more video game characters, do also let me know that, because up until now, most of the stuff on this channel has been a little bit more sort of generic beastie. A written version of this pattern will of course be sent out to my patrons, as well as listed on my Etsy store, and a link to both I'll include in the description below. A big thank you to my patrons for their support in keeping this channel running. But other than that, I will see you next week. Okay, bye! Rambly nonsense.